Good morning, dear students. I wish you a warm welcome to your new session and I congratulate you guys for your progress. As we all know that we are facing a very huge problem, a huge disease which is COVID-19. Firstly, I would like to take a pledge with you guys against this COVID virus. So, we are taking the pledge. I commit to be vigilant and bear in mind at all times the risks to myself and my colleagues from COVID 19. I promise to take all necessary precautions that prevent the spread of this deadly virus. I promise to follow and encourage others to follow the key COVID appropriate behaviors, to always wear a mask, face cover, especially when in public place, to maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet from others, to wash my hands frequently and thoroughly with soap and water. Together we will win this fight against COVID-19. Okay, after taking the pledge, we are going to study mathematics. So we are going to study the first chapter. Our first chapter is multiplication and division of integers. As we are having this chapter, in this chapter we are going to study about the multiplication and division of integers. So now in this chapter we are firstly going to study about the signs. We are having two type of signs. We are having two type of signs, that are, the first one is positive sign. The symbol of positive sign is plus, and the another is negative sign, and the symbol of negative sign is minus. So in this chapter we are going to study about multiplication. So we will learn how to multiply signs. Firstly, we will learn about the same signs. There is a rule: if we multiply the same signs, we always get the result positive. Let me tell you how. Firstly, let me multiply a positive sign by positive sign. We got positive sign. If we multiply negative sign with the negative sign, we also got positive sign. And if we multiply the opposite sign, then we got negative result. As if we multiply a positive sign with a negative sign, the result will be negative. Similarly, if we multiply the negative sign with the positive sign, then what we got? We got the sign negative. So this is the first rule of multiplication, in which we get to know about the multiplication of signs. So I hope you guys get this. Nextly, we are going to study about some properties of our multiplication. So the first property of multiplication is closure property. In closure property, what we have, if the first property we have is closure property. In closure property, what we have, if we are having two integers, such, let us take two integers as a and b, then what is the closure property? According to the closure property, the multiplication of a and b is also an integer. For example, let us do an example to learn it better. For example, let us take minus 2 as a and 3 as b. So according to the closure property, minus 2 is also an integer and 3 is also an integer. So now, according to the closure property, the multiplication of a and b should be an integer. So what will happen when we multiply opposite sign? That is, which sign gains? Negative sign. So that is minus 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So 6 is also an integer. And this is the first multiplication property. Next we are having commutative property. What is commutative property? In commutative property, second is commutative property. In commutative property, similarly we are having a and b as integers. According to the commutative property, the multiplication of a and b is always equal to multiplication of b and a. Okay, let us do it with an example. So if we are having a is equals to 3 and b is equals to 4, then a multiply b is equals to b multiply by a. So what is a? 3. What is b? 4. And what is b? 4. And what is a? 3. So 3 4s are 12. 3 4s are 12. So the commutative property states that the multiplication of a and b is equals to b and a. Next is the third property. The third property is associative property. In associative property, similarly we are having two integers such as a and b and c also. And according to commutative property, what we have, if we multiply a into b in a bracket, then we multiply by c, it will be always equal to a multiply b multiply c. So let us take an example. Let us take a is equals to 5, b is equals to minus 4 and c is equals to minus 3. So firstly let us multiply by this sides and then we multiply this one. So firstly what is a? A is 5. What is b? B is minus 4. Then multiply. What is c? Minus 3. Okay. There is positive sign, there is negative sign. When we multiply positive with negative, what comes? Negative sign. 5 4s are 20 multiply by minus 3. Negative sign multiply by negative sign, what we got? Positive sign. 23s are 60. Clear? Now the another one, a multiply by b multiply by 6. What is a? A is 5 multiply by, what is b? Minus 4 multiply by c minus 3. 5 multiply by minus minus. So both the signs are negative. When the same signs are multiplied, when we got the result positive, and 4 3s are 12. 12 5s are 60. So that is the proof for the associative property, that if we multiply a and b in bracket, then multiply with c, it is also equal to a multiply b bracket c. Next is the fourth property, and the fourth property is identity property. What is identity property? In identity property, what they said, if we multiply any integer as 1, it is equal to 1 multiplied by any integer which is equals to that integer only. What it means, if we multiply any number with 1 or multiply 1 with any number, that is always equals to that number. Let us take an example. Let us take 4 multiplied by 1 which is equals to 1 multiplied by 4 which is always equal to 4. This is similar for the negative numbers. Let us take minus 2 multiplied by 1 or 1 multiplied by minus 2, that is always equal to, it is negative sign, here it is positive sign. When we multiply opposite sign, we always got the result opposite. Okay, that is our identity property. Next is our zero property. What is zero property? According to zero property, if we multiply any integer to 0 or 0 to any integer, the answer is always 0. That is always 0. Let us make it clear with the help of an example. If we multiply by 5 by 0 or 0 by 5, that is always 0. Similarly, for the negative sign, if we multiply by minus 2 by 0 or 0 by minus 2, that is always 0. Clear? Next is multiplication. Next property is multiplication by minus 1. So in this property, what we have in this property, if we multiply any integer with minus 1 or minus 1 with any integer, we always got the result negative. It is for only the positive integers. Let us make me clear with the example. Let us take an integer 3, then multiply it with minus 1 or minus 1 multiply by 3, that is always equals to minus 3. Reason? If we multiply the opposite signs, we always got the result negative. Now, if I take similar integer minus 4 in a negative into minus 1, which is equals to minus 1 multiplied by minus 4. If we multiply the same sign, we got the result positive. So that is our multiplication property by minus 1. Next is our multiplicative inverse of a number. Next is multiplicative inverse of a number. What is, firstly you will ask the question, what is multiplicative inverse? If the multiplication of any two numbers, if the multiplication of any two numbers is 1, then these numbers are called reciprocals. What they are called? Reciprocals or multiplicative inverse. Let me make it clear with the example. Let us take an example. If I multiply 3 by 5 into 5 by 3, that will be 1. So we can say that 3 by 5 is reciprocal of 5 by 3. Next is distributive property. In distributive property, we have A, B and C, any integers. Then for the addition distributive property, A multiplied by B plus C is always equal to A multiplied by B plus A multiplied by C. Then for the subtraction, A multiplied B minus C is always equal to A multiplied B minus A multiplied by C. So let us do it with an example. So A is 1, B is 2 and C is 3. Putting the value for the addition, we got 2 plus 3, 5. 5 ones are 5. 1 plus 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. So 5 is equals to 5. Next is distributive property for the subtraction. Similarly, taking these numbers, 1 multiplied by 2 minus 3 is always equal to 1 multiplied by 2 minus 1 multiplied by 3. The 2 minus 1 is minus 1, which is equals to 1 into 2, 2. 3 ones are 1s and then it is minus. So that is minus 1 is equals to minus 1. So the distributive property is correct for the addition and for the subtraction. Now let us move to our first exercise. It is our exercise 1.1. In this exercise, what we have to do, find the products. How to find the product? The first term we have is 6 multiplied by minus 14. So let me do it. Our first question is 6 multiplied by minus 14. So let us do it. How we do multiply? 14 multiplied by 6. 6 4s are 24. 2 carry. 6 1s are 6. 6 plus 2, 8. The answer is 84. Now what about the sign? Here it is positive sign. Where there is no sign, we can say that there is a positive sign. When we multiply opposite signs, the sign comes negative. So the answer is minus 84. Now moving to next question. Next question we have. Few of questions are similar, so I am doing the odd ones. There is a question minus question number 2 minus 300 multiply by 4. So let us multiply 300 multiply by 4. 4 0 0 4 0 0 3 4s are 12. So the answer is 1200. So now about multiplication of signs. Where there is no sign, there is a positive sign. So multiplying the positive and the negative, when we multiply opposite signs, we got a negative sign. So the answer is minus 1200. Next we are going to do the third question. In third question we are having 14 multiplied by minus 15. So let us do the multiplication. 14 multiplied by 15. 4 5s are 20, 0, 2 carry, 5 1s are 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 4 1s are 4, 1 1s are 1. So the answer is 7 plus 4, 11, 1 carry, that is 2. So the answer is 210. Now about the sign. This is negative and this is negative. When we multiply the same signs, what we got? Positive. So our answer is 210 simply. Next we are going to do the 7th question. The rest of questions are similar. You can try at your home. I'm going to do the 7th one. In 7th one what we have? 0 multiplied by minus 10,000. Minus 10,001. So now what to do? We have read the zero property of the multiplication. So according to the zero property of multiplication, if we multiply any integer with 0, the answer will remain 0. So you have to write down 0 property of multiplication. That's all for today. Thanks. Have a nice day.